Hey, this video is about the business model element key activities. In the previous video, we focused on the ongoing activities, and in this video, we're going to look at the one-off activities in order to get your business set up. Now, as I mentioned in the previous video, you don't need to put a ton of attention on the one-off activities, especially early on. We do want to have a high-level understanding of what might go into this, especially since I know my revenue model is not extremely profitable. We're talking about $1,000 to $1,500 a month. And I do know that it's going to be very passive and automated. But if I have to spend 2 years creating this company at 40 hours a week, obviously that is not going to be a good investment for me. So let's take a look at these one-off key activities. So here are the mini deliverables behind building this company. We have to do the research, the content, the website, the affiliate setup, and the marketing. So now that I kind of have an overview of what goes into it, I took about 20 minutes or so to go and populate each one of these branches. Starting with research, I need to do a lot of research, and some of this research is going to happen naturally. Some of it I'm going to have to go out of my way to get, but we need to know which restaurants we're going to put on our site, which street food, which Airbnbs, the transportation details, the walking tour details, and all the activity details, and those activities break out into those 4 things there. Once I've done the research and I roughly understand what I'm going to be advising my users to do, then I need to actually create that content. And for each one of these tasks, creating photos, creating videos, and writing copy, you would have to do that for the restaurants, the street food, the Airbnbs, the transportation, the walking tour, and the activities. So you're going to need photos of each one of those things, and maybe not videos for each one of those things, but we are going to want to create some videos. And you're going to have to do a write-up for each one of those things. So quite a bit of content creation behind this. Perhaps we can borrow a lot of that content from other sites and still be within our legal copyright boundaries. And then the website is where things start to get a little concerning. But if I can select and buy a theme that has all of the development and the design already in place, and say I give them $100 and now I just need to populate the content with my own information, this is going to be extremely streamlined. So that's something I'm going to want to look into early on. So I need to design the website, you need to develop the website, you need logo and branding and your color scheme, you need Airbnb, Skyscanner, and Viator widgets and integrate those widgets, you need email integration and MailChimp integration, you need to do copywriting and the photos that you're going to see at the landing page, you need to integrate your payment gateways, and that breaks down to the e-commerce purchases as well as the travel agent. You need a scheduling widget so that they can automatically schedule that travel agent consultation. If we're going to have some sort of walking tour download in exchange for their email, that's going to have to be a special plugin. I suspect that there's probably walking tour plugins on WordPress, so that's something I'm also going to want to look into. And then I need to do on-page SEO, and that breaks down into doing embedded links, metadata, anchor text, URL structure, and page titles and subtitles. So quite a bit to do on the website side of things, but like I said, if you get the right theme and the right plugins, this can be extremely streamlined. And then setting up my affiliate partnerships. Now the first ones are extremely easy. And some of them I'm already part of the network. So Viator, Amazon, Skyscanner, those are all generic partnerships. I simply need to register an account. But then I have the personally established partnerships. These are the partnerships with Airbnb hosts, restaurants, the car rental place, the Mescal tour, the With Locals model, and my partnership with my travel agent. Each one of those partnerships is going to take several hours to establish, and some of them have several suppliers, such as the Airbnb and the restaurants. So that could be quite a bit of work, but also a lot of this might happen naturally just from going out and networking and socializing. And then once those partnerships are set up, you still need to set up the tech side of things. And this happens within the Flex Offer platform. So for each partnership, I'm going to have to go in and create an agreement and integrate the payment gateways between their service provider and my website. And lastly, we have marketing. And this is particularly about off-page SEO. And that can be a ton of work, or you can kind of half-ass it and do a little bit of work. But essentially what goes into SEO is backlinking. And then you'll have your social media set up. You of course want to have a social media page or a Facebook page. And then the new element to this business model is the YouTube video content. And like I mentioned, this should not be underestimated how much work goes into creating a nice promotional video, and you're going to create several videos, maybe one for the lodging side of things, one for the transportation side of things, etc. So you need to film that content, you need to edit those videos, you need to do extensive keyword research, and eventually you need to do YouTube SEO to make sure that video gets towards the top of the YouTube results so that people actually see it. So this is all of the WBS for the one-off key activities, and at this point, for the amount of revenue I'm making from this venture, I don't know for certain that all of this work is going to be justified by the profits. I'm going to finish the business model canvas because I'm so close to being done, and then I'm going to really evaluate both from a personal perspective and a financial and professional perspective whether this opportunity really makes sense for me. So in the next video, we are going to get into the key resources, and maybe there's a way via assigning a key resource or forming a key partnership to take a lot of this workload off my plate. So that's something I'm going to be looking into in the next video.